Welcome, guys. This is the Peace Dealer, and welcome to another weekly Astrology Horoscope. I hope you have a great time, and I hope your heart is open. Yeah! This is going to be a fun week, guys. This is going to be a great week. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be gnarly. It's going to be all that. You're going to have a great time. What's up, guys, in the live chat? Yeah. My voice is totally normal right now. Yeah. All right. We're going to talk about astrology and stuff. We're going to talk about transits. We're going to talk about spiritual stuff. And it's going to be all groovy. It's all going to be great. All right. But let's just capture the essence of meaninglessness. Did you really think any of this mattered? Maybe some of you thought what you're doing right now matters. Don't worry, there's a reason that I started this broadcast while the moon is on Neptune. Just when you feel like you're doing something serious in your life, maybe you need to get hit with a realistic dose of meaninglessness, which, if it makes no sense, welcome to the moon in Pisces. Just wanted to start that transit off right. Because just when you feel you actually have everything under control, you get the master dissolver Neptune to show you otherwise. Welcome, however, to another exciting week. I am really, really, really high up in the stars, as you can see. So I had to, of course, carry the spirit and essence of this nebulous troll master. I mean, nebulous master of dreams, Neptune. Is this strange? Is this different from the norm? Welcome to the moon in Pisces and Neptune, where you literally dissolve your ego. See, you need your ego. Your ego is what helps you get taken seriously. This is why, above all costs, your ego will fight to defend itself. Because once it doesn't exist, you just no longer you just no longer have any identity, and your name is your worth, so they say. So welcome to a moon in Pisces transit where, hold on now, hold on now, hold on now, I dare some of you grasp this concept. Pisces get this. Like, they Pisces just troll people's egos all day, but get this: it doesn't even matter at all. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. In fact, that's really the next 2 days that you're going to have to live. Like, everything that you had as a stress, you're really going to have to let go. Because, like, you try and bring it to anyone, and Neptune's just going to possess the people that you're talking to and just be like, it doesn't even matter at all. And you're just going to be like, wow, this person never sings. Why are they telling me? And trust me, this is moon in Pisces, so you're probably going to be having to let go of some serious issues and some serious concerns. But the peace dealer is here to tell you it does not matter. Now, in a couple of days, when the moon is like about to be full in Gemini, oh, it's going to matter. So this is totally temporary. But right now, in this very moment, you must do like dead fish do. You must be a dead fish. This is all the essence of being fish-hearted. When I say sometimes you have to be fish-hearted, I don't say it to throw shade on Pisces. I just throw shade on Pisces because I I just have certain character flaws and issues that I have to learn. But there is merit to being fish-hearted. And when I talk about being fish-hearted, which you must do over the next 2 days, fish-heartedness is a state of ultra instinct where you just completely lose yourself to your irrationality, in which cases not only dissolve your ego, but just evoke a strangeness about you that makes others wonder if they really could take you serious in the first place. You'll have fascinating opportunities throughout this week to induce very cringeworthy moments and just states of awkwardness that have people wondering, is this mask I'm wearing even worth wearing anymore? If this person clearly doesn't care about their image, why do I care so much? Now, unfortunately, not many people will adopt this. And like I said, the moon will go back into Aries. So you're going to have to like come back to yourself really quick. But allow Neptune to take you to a dreamland called reality. This dense molecular existence that we experience on the daily, we are going to say a wish. The moon is on Neptune right now. And this wish that you're going to make is for the collective. This wish that you're making is sponsored by the sun in Sagittarius that is peering down into your dreams, peering inside into your inner world so that you can make a special wish. This special wish that you make right now, once you wish, immediately release. Okay. One of the wishes I'm wishing for is a peanut butter and jelly sandwich that talks back to me. So I can see it and I want to eat it, but then it talks back. And then we have a conversation before I contemplate its inevitable murder, because now we're having to think about, is this sandwich live and ethically am I right to eat it? You see, it's this type of mind effery that makes up Sagittarius squaring Pisces. There is no Gemini, there is no Virgo. So once I talk about the whole notion of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches talking back to you, this is now where Virgo is just like, wait. Do you know peanut butter jelly sandwiches can't talk? Like, this is just not factual. And then Gemini's just like, BS. My BS alerts are indicating what's going on here? What's going on here? And this is where you have to understand there is no Pisces energy. Sorry, there is no Virgo energy. There is no Gemini energy. So your brain, your mind is just, I can't even say your mind. Your consciousness is just going to delve into realms of thought and feeling that literally will incorporate things in your life and just connect them to where they make no sense. If anything, what this week is going to gift you with is the ability to reach so hard. Some people are going to be reaching so hard towards you or about you or with you. It's just going to reach new levels. Like, you'll see some people, so this is the type of transit, like when Sagittarius and Pisces get together, and maybe Scorpio will kind of like, Scorpio will be in the background, like they know better, but they're just gonna like purposefully add some conspiracy just because they're bored and they want to have fun. So here's a typical conversation between the three. Okay, so it's just like Pisces and Sagittarius are just talking to each other like, oh my God, Pisces, did you see on that music video that person was eating an apple? And then Pisces like, oh, no way. Was the apple green? And then Sagittarius is like, no, Pisces, the apple was red. Cue dramatic theme music. Dun, dun, dun. And then Pisces like, well, what's the significance? Get it? Meaning, what's the significance of the apple being red? And then Sagittarius and Scorpio will just reach all extra hard. Just be like, well, he was holding a red apple. In the Garden of Eden, there was a red apple. And Eve was holding the red apple. So that means that the apple is a serpent. Dun, dun, dun. And then Scorpio will just add some like conspiracy, like, and the serpent is an evil galactic mastermind that's taking over the world. And Pisces is just like, yep, this is facts. This is facts. This is all facts. And like, for the Virgo that just happened to walk by that conversation, once Pisces says this is facts, Virgo's just like, oh my God. So I'm trying to let you know there's two sides to this here. I have to really do this like broadcast very detached. And this could piss some of you off because you watch me wanting real-time accurate transits, and that's what I'm going to give you. But I just need you to understand that there's a whole lot of this energy I need to channel for you that does not make any sense. And you have to hear with your spirit ears. You have to really open your third eye and just hear what I'm saying, because I mean, we're literally engineering new ways to imagine and get suspended in belief so that we can be inspired. All right. Sagittarius is all about inspiration. This is all about getting passionate mildly while we prepare to move forward with great changes. So the moon's in Pisces right now, and you want to make a very special wish. And the reason why I had to go off on that tangent is you don't necessarily, this wish is less about what you literally want to happen, and it's a lot more about what you want to feel on the inside. What is this mystical spiritual experience like to you? What is it like to have a mystical spiritual experience? What is this encounter that you want to have? And trust me when I say, the more abstract and nonsensical it is, the better. Really take time to, over the next day and a half, we're not saying that you want to do this all week, but over the next day and a half, find yourself literally lost in imagination. You're not ever going to have an opportunity to feel into the depth with this Jupiter in Scorpio trine. So when you do this, you're going to really tap in to a more spiritual realm. And with a square to Sagittarius, you could experience a lot of mystical, supernatural occurrences that have always been happening, but now in the suspended state of judgment, you're aware. Because what are we doing when we start getting fish-tarded? The reason why I'm telling you to get fish-tarded, this, if you're an aeronaut, if you're a dream explorer, if you're someone that actually knows how to induce lucid dreams, this is actually a favored technique to suspend the critical mind. So when I'm going off on tangents and I'm really speaking about apparently nothing, I'm suspending my critical mind so that I could channel more fluidly. And this is like an altered state you can induce without the need of any substances. You can do this with your mind and soul. But you want to really cultivate this, because frequencies are frequencies, and you're still going to be able to get through the lower world version of this, but to access that higher mind, you have to access these higher faculties. You can use binaural beats to get your frequency on a mental level to a certain state, but the joys of going fish-tarded, which is literally just suspending your judgment and letting yourself flow. It's kind of like some people who just speak tongues, like blah, blah, blah. Like doing that has its own merit. It's not for nothing. I mean, if you use it to confuse people and make people think you're doing something, that's different. But in your own personal private space, and you don't have to even be as dramatic as that, because some people have their own way of just tuning in. You know what I'm saying? You can meditate, but trust me when I say go fish-tarded, lose yourself for a little bit, just for a little bit. It'll be the greatest thing you ever did. Now, you're not losing yourself to have a mystical experience. And losing yourself doesn't mean that you have to go on the street and like take your clothes off and dance. Now, if you want to do that, it's going to be fun and it's going to be so worth it. I'm not going to do that. I don't have those kind of balls. But if you want to do that, go ahead. Now, what I'm saying by losing yourself is all these stresses and concerns that are mounting up with this first quarter square, surrender them completely. It like this is not Gemini season. So a first quarter square in Gemini season is completely opposite this, right? In the opposite sign sense. Once the moon hits Virgo in that first quarter square and those challenges come up, you need to make realistic decisions, itemizing what exactly needs to be done to handle this. This is the opposite. You literally need to go fish-tarded and just let it go. Some of you, you're letting your egos make you feel like you have to be dignified, that you can't have any shame. You should release any shame. You should release any need to prove yourself, because we're going to come into building this week, near the end of this week. The first 2 days of this week, you really want to surrender any of these false feelings that really aren't you. We just went through an intense last week where we had to really come face to face with everything we're ready to shift into. Because, like I said, as we are opening up to supernatural occurrence, which should feel to you like riding a bike. Some of you, it's not everyone who has had a lineage of people teach them this during the first 30 years of their life. Some of you, your history has been taken from you. Some of you, you've been lied to by people who you thought you could trust. And this is talking about majority of people. This isn't specific to a specific country or race. Like around the world, a lot of people have been lied to about who they really are. So you are now coming into that at an even greater level. It's been a plus 5-year process. This is where you really come at a peak consciousness over the next 6 months of this Neptune direct into Pisces season, as we kind of activate this supernatural awareness at a greater level. This week is where we flesh out an initial understanding of how we're going to really live with this. And I say this as it is a continuous phase, because this is still a part of a process that will shift considerably. But what's really amazing about this week is a dream realization. Believe it or not, you're going to see fully every single day this week into what it is you've been dreaming. This is for every single person this week. It's not really the manifestation of it is the moon in Taurus that's going to end the week. But it's not about you manifesting your dreams. It's a dream this is not a dream manifestation. This is dream realization. This is realizing everything that you've authentically dreamed of coming into and being. Because elements of this have been manifesting for you to step into, but the realization is coming into the full knowledge of what you've not only been desiring, but what your dreams truly are. So the reason why this is very important, because when it comes into when it really comes to dream realization, remember now, Saturn in Capricorn is going to push forward with everything that we want. So by December 22nd, you have everything you've been wanting to move forward with, so that you can literally like achieve greatness with these dreams. However, the realization of this is coming into, this is really the week where it's like, oh crap, this is really happening. So it's not necessarily the week where it's like, yay, I've completely manifested this all. I've been living with this realization for years now. Yes, that's going to be more 3 years from now at the end of Saturn and Capricorn. We're headed with this first quarter square into supernatural dream time land for a little bit. Then we're going to kind of shoot out into the real world. And you're going to see this week, there's going to be a rapid acceleration and realization of these dreams. In fact, the realization is the moon in Aries transit once it crosses through Uranus. So this Piscean transit is kind of getting you ready for this cycle. And this is why you need to just surrender everything that is a doubt to just surrender it, let it go, and replace every doubt with a positive belief in yourself. Now, this is why I'm saying, though, instead of don't be boring here, okay? Believe in your divine potential. You don't need anybody else to tell you what that is. You've been dreaming about this since you were a kid, before life taught you that you have to be some other version of yourself, some false version of yourself, before you've been literally programmed by advertisements since you were a child, which is why I'm saying, like, some of you have no right to be so hard on yourself. Some of you have no right to be so hard on yourself and like feel like you're a loser or feel like you come short, because your whole life, even now, has been fed. You've had ads like shoved down your throat. You've had like subliminal messaging, like force fed down your consciousness. This is a subtle form of rape, to where you don't have a choice of what energy you take within you. This is the real reason why certain people have to go to ashrams and just get the hell out of the system, because you're just getting force-fed vibrations and you're being put in systems. So you literally can't blame yourself if you function in certain ways, when for a whole like 20 years of your life, you didn't have a choice. You had to do what other blind people were doing, leading other blind people. And it's in only very rare circumstances that people broke out of that. And we call those people lineages. There's certain lineages. I don't even have like a lot of people don't have the benefit of that. Certain rare people have the blessing of that, where they have family lines of people who've kept them out of that. It's a very rare few percentage of the population. Thankfully, in our generation, we're going to recover lost parts of our personal lineages, but you really just want to keep this in mind. Like, don't really beat yourself. Only beat yourself up. Don't never beat yourself up, but only kind of like feel disappointed if you haven't been showing up and doing the soul work upon realization. But anything before that, you know what I'm saying? You made the authentic, honest effort to break through. And some days, some weeks, you're going to deal with facets of yourself that make you seem like you're less than what you are. And you're going to hear and feel that stress from people who don't even care about you, acting like they're better than you, or which is really just mental projections that you might be making on yourself. It really doesn't matter. That's how I began the transit. It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter if you go out. That's the beauty of Piscean energy. That's why it rules like homelessness. It doesn't matter if you, in all your dignity, go to a party looking like a bum. It's a true test of integrity. Who is going to change up how they treat you because of your image? As the true mark and test of somebody is how you treat someone who has nothing they can give. A lot of people are fake here, so they will do the most for someone that they feel they can get an edge off of, for someone that they feel they can benefit from. Imagine being a celebrity where everyone only wants to talk to you because you're famous, and they did not give a damn about you before you got famous. So a lot of people act like celebrities, act brand new. A lot of people act like, and I'm not a I don't consider myself a celebrity at all. But I'm talking about people who are like household names, like, you know, rappers, movie stars, athletes. Like, people wonder why they get brand new, and it's like they've seen and experienced the progression. They've been there when nobody believed in their dreams. They've been there when people told them you're never gonna succeed. That's why I love the Pi. This embodies the Piscean vibration. So that's why I was like, make a wish. Make a super special wish that don't make any boring regular wish. Don't make no I wish for world peace. Don't make a no boring wish like I wish that my loved ones are okay. Make a really badass wish for yourself. Wish that you have the spiritual adventure of a lifetime. Wish that you get whisked away in a 5-season super amazing sitcom, or wish that all your bills are paid. No, that's a boring ass wish. See, don't do no earth sign wishes. This is fire. This is water. Do a wish that you wish and you're like, what? Like, seriously, if your dream or wish that you make doesn't make other people, if people don't laugh at your dream, it's not big enough. Like, if you cannot tell people your dream and they're like, you really think you can do that? Then you need a bigger dream. You need a bigger dream. All right? Like, maybe you need better friends too, but you need a bigger dream. Like, make sure it's a real, it's like a real super badass dream. All right. My wish, I wish to go Super Saiyan. Okay. I'm going to achieve what Jaden achieved. My ass is going Super Saiyan. That's my wish. I don't only want to go Super Saiyan. I wish to go Sage mode. I'm a goddamn lightning sage. Okay. Do you see how there's no modicum of like rationality in this? I am not even a Saiyan. I'm not even of that alien tribe. So the whole notion of me going Super Saiyan is impossible. But God, motherfucker, damn it, I want to go Super Saiyan. Okay? Very wild, very crazy. Like, make that kind of wish for yourself, because you don't deserve to allow your own potential to be limited by what other people expect from you. So just understand, at some point, every single person who made it to the top of where they are, that it wasn't given to them, it wasn't hand fed, they went through that phase where people did not believe in their dreams. People got in the way of their dreams. The moon is in Pisces and Neptune's here. You're tapped into your fantasies and your dreams. Don't let these dream killers tell you that you cannot achieve your dreams. Don't let your dreams just be dreams. And don't let these people say that the strange parts of yourself are just unrealistic fantasies. There is a time and a place to be realistic, but there's also a time and a place to just spend some time drawing, cultivating your dreams, okay? Being a fool, really igniting your spark of wonder, all right? Hate him or love him, but Kanye West, I feel, embodies this. No surprise, his moon is in Pisces. College Dropout is one of the most iconic albums ever in life. And when you really think about it, what he illustrates at the very end of the album is a common struggle that every single person goes through. Before he was this rap superstar, he was a producer pumping beats every day for 3 summers. He had that dedication. No one wanted to hear him rap. No one, he would all these amazing bars. Kanye is one of the most quoted artists. When Kanye drops a hit, You cannot deny that Kanye West can rap. You might not like him as a person, all right? As a person, you might see him in an interview. You might think he's a bit arrogant or mentally ill. You might not like him as a person, but you cannot deny that his music is not only impactful, but it has like put on a whole generation of people. He even said it himself. I'm the one they love to hate, but they can't because they love what I make. Like, goat, one of the goats. But I will say, as self-absorbed or as arrogant and egotistical as you may feel he has become, there was a point where no one gave a damn about his talent. When he was making beats, he says this in the end of his album, when he was making beats for Jay-Z, and he was spitting these bars, he was going in. Kanye had a mixtape series before he went out. Like, he always had that talent. He was spitting and telling people. He was showing people who wanted to rap. No one cared. No one gave a damn. They're like, yeah, you know what? You got the skill. You got talent. You know what I'm saying? You got the skill, but we don't care. Go make some beats. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not trying to hear that right now. All right? Could you imagine if Kanye West decided to listen to all those other people? Could you imagine if like half of the people you see in Hollywood or on screen, or half of the entrepreneurs that have made a living doing what they do, if they really listened to those people who said that they would never make it, they would never achieve those dreams, where would they be right now? Half of y'all wouldn't even be inspired by these people. So you owe it to yourself. You right now have a dream. Oh my God, I feel so corny saying that. But you right now have a special dream. The moon right now is in the 4th house of the Sagittarius transit. So there is a special dream that you have. Mine is entering sage mode and running down the street like a goddamn ninja with my ninja hat on, with my ninja band on. Completely wild. And walking on water because I've mastered putting the chakra to my feet. Wild shit. Stuff that makes no sense. You have no idea. I think you have an idea. But I want that nerd fantasy. And I will never, ever give up on that nerd fantasy ever in my life. I may be called and seen as a loser for this for the rest of my life. I might be that 30-year-old, 40-year-old who's still trying to live that ninja life, and I will never give up on that dream. Believe it. I'm so serious. And I'm telling you, don't give up either. Not everyone might be as weird as I may be, but don't give up on your dream either. You've come this far, and this week is going to offer you a realization of this dream where it's like, oh my God, I just released the 7 gates. And you realize you can be a ninja. Yeah, your chakras need work. Yeah, you need to polish up your chakra control. And you might need to become a Chunin first. But this is that week when you realize you can release your life force energy and actually achieve the dream you've been wanting to achieve for the past 4 years. This is that week, ladies and gentlemen. You have that crazy moment where, no, I'm not going to say that. That's too cringy, but it's all good. I sense for a lot of you, some of you have a dream. I'm going to get on my Miss Cleo. I'll be right back. Please don't be offended by the candid nature of this. We have to have a little bit of fun, but I'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have the Thor's hammer, but I'm gonna have to use it as support because I have my crystal ball. I am going to read off of my crystal ball because I'm divining that some of you have dreams that must come true. So bear with me here. Okay. I sense that. I sense that a lot of you have slid in someone's DMs. You've been waiting for a response. I see at long last. At long last, they will respond to your DM. At long last. Amen. This is amazing, guys. A lot of you have slid into some DMs. And some of you, when you slid into the DM, you read the message and you're like, oh no. You know that moment of you know that awkward moment when you sent it and now you cannot unsend it. And they may have even said seen. And it's like, no, I am sensing they will respond. It will be a superficial curve, but they will respond. Now I'm sensing in other cases, some of you in relationships with your spouse is being very stubborn and they won't listen to you. Your spouse, you're arguing with your spouse on something very, very important. I'm seeing your spouse will admit they were wrong. This never happens. This never happens at all. I'm sensing that they're going to say you were right and they're going to take you out for dinner so that they can apologize. Congratulations. This is a dream come true. Some of you in relationships, your partner is going to say they were completely wrong and they will fall for your guilt manipulation that you have spent so long crafting up with your patience. I have one more. Okay. Oh, this is a big one. This is a big one. Oh, wow. Okay. 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 Some of you have been dealing with gossip. Some people have not been putting respect on your name. And you've been contemplating pulling up on them with the hammer. But no, I sense a peaceful resolution. I sense, this is huge. You have some people who have been planning and plotting against you. Not in a real way though, but just in a very petty, superficial way. And you have angels in the form of friends who are going to expose them. I see a lot of receipts. I see a lot of exposure. Okay. All right. Damn. That last one is very pivotal. Some of you literally have screenshots or text messages that you're ready to submit. And it's like right before you submit these receipts, it's like all your friends, all your long lost friends that you stopped talking to, they're just going to be like, oh, it's all good. I already got receipts. It's like, you know how like the Wonder Team bands together to like finally expose someone? This is huge because some of you are a part of this. This doesn't even have to apply to social media. For some of you, this is applying for like actual court cases. And it's like, you really just need to submit these receipts. And some of you are going to submit proof against someone who seems like they're just too big. Like they can get away with this exposing, and then you expose your receipts, and then out of nowhere, like someone else exposed their receipts, and then 3 friends that you don't even talk to anymore come out and they expose their receipts. And what seemed like a normal exposure to someone who probably wasn't even intimidated by your receipts, now they're just gonna be like, oh my God, and all their karma is gonna hit back at them. But you you have to be brave. You might be the one that has to do the first receipts. You might, some of you are like, no, I don't know. It might not be worth it to expose my receipts, even though it's like gospel facts. And it's like, if I expose this person, then they may say I'm lying. And if they say I'm lying, I can go through this really embarrassing process about how I just wanted attention. And, you know, if you actually expose this person, what you don't know is that other people who have been waiting to expose this person will see you as the shining light that gives them courage to drop the hammer on these fools. Seriously, please do this, because some of you have been sitting on this for years. Some people have really screwed you over. I'm not gonna say like the word, but some people have kind of like done some stuff that they're still working in powerful positions because you haven't said anything, and you really feel like you know, you really feel like you can get in trouble because you've probably seen someone else try and they got in trouble. But what you don't know is it's different when you take care of business. So just know anyone's power that they try and lord over you, that they feel they have like connects, it's totally BS. All right, it's totally BS in the face and light of the real life evidence you have to express. Okay, so don't let anyone's power intimidate you. And whether it's petty, whether it's serious, yeah, my friends. Other than that, I really do want you to embrace this week is all about an initial realization. We're ending the week off with the moon in Taurus. So the next week's going to start with the full moon, baby. Stay tuned. I have this week's song of the week. So after we hop into Peace Mobile, we're going to sing the song of the week because we gets down like that. And I'm going to hype it up right now. I wrote it. It's Grammy worthy. Honestly, I don't like to toot my own horn, but if you've heard me sing before, you know my singing skills are not only top notch, but you also know my songwriting skills are just golden. So get ready for an amazing song of the week. But before we go into the Peace Mobile, we do have the Saturn and Capricorn webinar that is now available. Once again, if you, like I said in the previous video, if you have Saturn and Capricorn in your chart, or you're going to have, well, yeah, if you have Saturn and Capricorn, I highly advise you get this, especially if you're having a Saturn return. We're going to uncover very important transits during the Saturn and Capricorn transit that will help you shift into Saturn Aquarius, which will be the true revolution. But I am saying that we still have an ascent to go up this mountain because we still must achieve this greatness, and achieving greatness is Saturn and Capricorn. So make sure you join me that webinar so you can see personally how to achieve greatness on your own end with this transit, knowing where it's going to be, breaking down per the 12 signs where you will see this experienced. With that being said, I also have the full moon in Gemini webinar. Got to get the Peace Mobile ready. I got the full moon in Gemini webinar also available. The links in the description below. And for the full moon in Gemini webinar, this is going to be important because in the context of this Sagittarius season that is shifting our perspectives to prepare us to achieve this greatness, as we realize our dreams this week, over the next 2 weeks from the full moon to the new moon in Sag, we are coming into the meaning of this supernatural activation and how we will adjust our attitudes to really kind of more realistically. This is where all that vague, ambiguous stuff comes into more realistic mental cognitive understanding. Join me this full moon in Gemini webinar, as you definitely want to come to this one. I'm a Gemini. Trust me, it'll be lit, and we'll uncover how it'll influence you and the magic really of this. When we have mutable sign full moons, this is your opportunity to vibe in with the energy so that we can make great magical changes. Anyway, until the end of the month, I still have all my readings half off, 50% off, of course, with the code WISDOM. And let us now hop into the Peace Mobile. Shall we? Yes, we shall. Okay. Like I said before, the moon is in Pisces on Neptune. So once again, make a wish. I literally just pulled the star card. So if that means anything to you, it means your dreams are coming true. So if you make a wish, your dreams will come true. And when I say make a wish, don't make a boring wish. That's practical. Make a wish about what's your fantasy? And don't before you think about how practical is this fantasy and how real can I make this fantasy come true. We don't have Virgo, we don't have a Taurus. Don't even fall into the trap of trying to make this real. Just what is your fantasy? Just make a wish and release it. Don't fall into the trap of immediate gratification to where we have to make all this happen. Just what's your fantasy? Just trust Neptune. Okay, trust Neptune and knowing that right now Jupiter is trying this and Venus is trying Chiron, stuff that you will never in your life experience again in your lifetime. So you really want to take advantage of this. What is your special wish? Because as this is squaring this first quarter square, the challenges that are surfacing is how much you get into the way of what you want. How much you personally doubt your own self and how much you let outside influences doubt the magic that is possible. As Pisces teaches you, anything is possible if you believe. Shoot. A wise carpenter said you could even move mountains. Go figure. So, after you've made this wish, release it. And releasing it means feel excited because it's coming true, and also release how it's going to happen. You don't need to care how it's going to happen. You just made a wish with Neptune. Neptune's got you. Neptune and Jupiter's got you. Shoot, if anything, Jupiter's going to add this fated element to it, and then Pluto is sextiling it. Don't worry about when. Don't worry about how. And cool. So over the next day, as we go through this moon Chiron trine to Venus, these divine vibrations will flesh out a higher sensitivity of feeling and greater experience. But do keep in mind how ironically, do you think this is a coincidence that on the 27th, I think it's a coincidence, but do you think it's a coincidence that on the 27th, I'm going to play devil's advocate here. On the 27th, Mercury conjunct Saturn, 27 degrees. Oh, no way. I don't even know what that fully means, but that's so badass. As we experience all this on the galactic center, please keep in mind this entire week also features an opposition with Mars to Uranus. So this is life-changing action in partnerships. Also, really just speaking of Mars representing the action you take outside of yourself. Implementing fully this radical unconventional consciousness and just spark. So really keep in mind today and tomorrow with that 27-degree square, this is your opportunity to kind of see squares represent opportunities to push past your limits. So you could really shrink behind and allow a different sense of, you know, magic or doubt to cloud your vision, or you can keep that vision straight. Mercury on Saturn is going to align you with direction and proper vision now that both of these are direct, and it's going to allow you a more profound level of clarity through the sensitivity. So even though there's a square, we still have that trine. Really embrace these deep feelings that feel so divine. And once again, keep the dream alive. And I say this because once we get into the moon in Aries, we have direct confrontation. Pew, 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 pew. Especially this trine here. This is where we come into the titles of this video, dream realization. Over today and tomorrow, you're going to come into you're going to feel and experience this dream happening, but you're going to realize it when the moon is in Aries. This is going to be the flashing, brilliant realization as the moon is 5 signs away, giving this a very exciting quality. You might receive some important messages or exciting news. But this is where you realize in your own personal sense how to really rev up and experience the fire that you personally can believe in. This grand fire trine is going to key you in to how everything that's been happening has been flowing you into your greater purpose, which is why all the news you get and experiences of this realization are going to be so exciting. Ah. All right, so the moon will go into Taurus, and now this is where things get a little bit more realistic, right? I think what's interesting is Venus is getting ready to shift into Sagittarius, while the moon is also opposite, mildly. The moon in Taurus is going to have us take this realization of dreams and now start to plant the practical seeds and put the steps into perfecting this awareness of our supernatural selves. But really, in the form of how our beliefs create our realities. It's definitely something you want to embrace, as this Jupiter Neptune trine at the end of the week is no joke, especially keeping in mind how Mercury goes retrograde at the very end of the week, while the moon's in Gemini. Is going to be probably one of the most confusing full moons ever, just because of the deception alone. But I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready, because this is one of the last weeks we have before things start rapidly accelerating at an even quicker pace. You could really come in to this dream realization by really going full fished hard. So this is why I'm like 26th and 27th, just go full fished hard, like really be in your imagination, deriving and delving into possibilities you didn't even think existed, so that when you realize certain elements of them, the moon in Aries will now take anything that's true about the infinite sea of potential that you have embraced, and it will now help you realize the true parts of it. Stand by. I will replace my battery. That is so hella extra. The screen, of course, got stuck with my possessed version. um, this is a little bit of exclusive info, but I do share this vessel with another being. I won't necessarily speak on that being, but being that I am a multi-dimensional being and I'm not just my mind, there is another being that I watch over in the odd event that it breaks away from this cage. This cage really is my body. It's the physical element meant to seal this soul, and I represent as an angel a being meant to counterbalance this other energy. Some of you are yin yang apprentices yourself, and you go through this as well in different forms. Anyway, before I draw the card for all the signs, I do have a song of the week, and I encourage you to go full fish tard. Please keep in mind the Saturn and Capricorn webinar is half off for the first week. So definitely take advantage of that. And yeah, this dream realization will evoke very exciting passion that you can immediately ground and make real practical plans with at the end of the week. And the song of the week that I have is called OMG, This Is Really Happening. That's what the name of the song is called. So you just want to sing this song anytime you have you're not going to have doubt. What's going to happen is once you really step into this week, you're just going to step into the flow, and it's just going to be like, oh my gosh, this is really happening. So you just want to sing this song to preserve any bit of your sanity, although it can make and induce the opposite. Please, there's a disclaimer here. This song might be so good, you might cry. Some of you might cry. I have this problem anytime I sing. I make people cry because it's just so good. So, I'm going to do my best here not to make you all lose yourselves, but I'm going to sing now. My dreams are coming true. The seeds I planted grew. We're going to start this again. OMG, this is really happening. My dreams are coming true. The seeds I planted grew. I let go and release doubt. There is nothing else to do. My dreams are coming true. I see the sparks crackling. OMG. This is really happening. Bridge. Wow, we are really doing this. Wow, this really isn't a joke. Someone please pinch me. I feel like I can float. Wow, we're really doing this. I see the sparks crackling. OMG. This is really happening. Chorus. OMG. This is really happening. Oh, 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 this is really happening. OMG. This is really happening. Hold your praise. Please hold your praise. Please. Please. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You guys are far too kind. I think that was one of my more better ballads. All right. All right. Make sure you add the OMG after like the chorus, because you just want to hit the OMG at the beginning and then at the end. That song is a little bit of magic from me to you. So you could take that. That's yours now. That is yours now. And yeah, my friends, I really want you to take note of this. This is the dream that is going to represent and illustrate what your inner child wants. Okay? So when you make this dream, there's a hint of childlikeness here. He's talking to a fish. She's talking to a fish. This individual is so engaged in their imagination that they're really just living in this world, and you want to make your wish, all right, in that state. What I invite if you're a personal magi master, some of you have certain deals with this mutable sign energy. If you're a personal magi master, you want to go into a suspended state of fish tardedness. And it's not really fish tardedness as much as it is really focusing your mind in this imaginary state. And then once the moon goes into Aries, you could release it and then come into the realization. So that's just more for those who want to really kind of build up the chakra of the energy, know that it's coming true. So Aries rising, Aries moon, the card that I have for you. Is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is actually speaking of a greater realization of the grounded activity that's meant to be had, because everything is coming into stasis. But what I see this as for you is someone who this week you could really rely on as things stabilize themselves. This person is going to lend a very practical ear and, most importantly, hand. So let them know your ideas, and they'll give you very magical ideas that ground very really. Taurus moon, Taurus rising. We have the Nine of Pentacles. So this week is definitely speaking of a really great financial uprising. But for some of you, I sense that a babe with a bankroll, which I feel like will still be you, Taurus, but someone who is really kind of like popping is going to get at you. And Taurus, honestly, for some of you, I feel like a rich friend that you have is going to pamper you this week and take you out. So I would definitely listen. Maybe she just wants a friend this week to chill with. So keep that in mind. Gemini moon, Gemini rising. We have the Three of Cups. So all of your multiple personalities are finna have a grand time, because you're just going to be enjoying and celebrating. And this week, Gemini, you're really going to have insight on who your real friends are, because you're going to realize this dream this week, and you're going to really celebrate it very powerfully. And be mindful of who celebrates this with you, because those are the people who you want to keep with it in your life. Okay. Cancer moon, Cancer rising. We have the Two of Cups. You're so in love. They're so in love back. And they really love you like you love them too. You know how Cancer sings from like their soul? Oh, they really love them like I love. Yeah, this is talking about amazing love, soul love. This is the realization of your dream. It's just going to be so deep. You're just going to love it. Leo moon, Leo rising. We have the Eight of Cups. Ba-da-dum, ba-ba-bum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-bum. Someone's going on an adventure quest. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum. Leo, do you have people who just refuse to see the truth? that you're shining in front of their face. Leo, I get the sense that you've just been holding space for some ungrateful brats. Some of these ungrateful brats are probably older than you. You just were like, I'm giving you the time to jump on this boat or I'm going to go on this quest without you. And this is the week where you're just like, all right, I'm gone. Because I can already sense it. A lot of you Leos are like, once I go, you'll be nothing without me. And I'm sorry, it's not even that most of them are being like arrogant like that. It's just like Leos kind of get the sense where it's like, if I leave, I'm not coming back, right? If I leave, I'm not coming. Well, you're leaving this week. Virgo, a Virgo moon, a Virgo rising. The card we have for you is the Nine of Swords. A Virgo, you're stressed right now. You don't need to be stressed with your head in your head because you're going through challenges that no one else is going through instead. You don't have to worry. Give it up in a hurry. Release and cast your fears because everyone is here. Everyone, give Virgo love right now. Put your hand in your heart and give Virgo love. Love, 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 love. Never in a million years did I ever think I would ever sing to Virgo of all zodiac signs. But give them love. Give them love. Give them love. Give them love. Everybody, give Virgo love because they're going through so much challenge and Saturn is squaring their sun. Virgo, this week, there is the darkest before dawn. Confront your issues and receive the love that we're giving you. Libra moon, a Libra rising. This is Libra now, so I have to break out an interpretive dance. We got the Knight of Swords for you. Libra is such a boy band energy, and the Knight of Swords is true. So Libra, you gotta rush into battle and speak your truth, and believe in your truth, and believe in what you say. And do it every day this week. Actually, Libra, I'm not going to lie. This is a Knight of Swords who thinks he's fly and he thinks he's cool and he's gonna get in an argument for you. Libra, get this. This is talking about you don't have to fight your own battles. I get the sense that this is someone who's going to come to you and he's like, this person has been saying this about you and I want to tell them off. And you can totally do that and give them a script to say too, because they'll say it forever. I'm not going to sing for Scorpio because I don't want to die and Scorpio will kill me. So Scorpio moon, Scorpio rising. Why, we have the Page of Cups, and the Page of Cups is denoting new love. For those of you Scorpios that are single, we have new love in the horizon. This is a dream realization of new love coming into your life. This, of course, is speaking of someone new. But if you are in a relationship with someone, Scorpio rising, Scorpio moon, well, this could talk about recatching feelings all over again. See, some of you Scorpios felt that the feelings you had for someone was over. When you catch feelings, Scorpio, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is about to be a 6-month expedition into the depths of my heart that I can't even try and run away from because everything about me is full of substance. And I know this is probably not going to end well. Scorpio, some of you have spent so long getting away from your feelings, and finally, just when you have gotten rid and over your feelings for someone, you're going to go fall all in love with them all over again. Congratulations. Sagittarius moon, Sagittarius rising. We have the Page of Swords. Why would you go talk to someone when you could lurk, 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 lurk? No, I'm just joking. The Page of Swords is talking about a run-in with someone who's very inquisitive. You know, someone who like thinks they know a lot, so they just say a lot of their knowledge. This is not like the King of Swords who's kind of learned to hold back what they say, but it's someone who's really fun to talk to because they're good at analyzing you, and then they'll just say stuff that keeps the conversation going. Well, yes, there is someone who's lurking on you because they're waiting for a day to argue, but there is an encounter with the truth with someone who's going to really open up your mind. And this is important because for some of you Sagittariuses, this is an important person, but it's not going to start off all romantic. It's not going to start off all passionate. It's just going to be chill. It's going to be someone you have a conversation with that you might not realize until later is significant in your life. Capricorn rising. Capricorn, I apologize, Capricorn. That is unbecoming. That is the one sign you should not birth for. Capricorn, the card that we have for you are the arrows of love, the Eight of Wands. This is going to induce a profound shift, and it's going to release all blockages. But you are also in a position to experience great movement and activity that's going to once again shift your reality all super quick. Okay. So, with that being said, some of you are probably going to be swept off your feet by how fast this is. Godspeed, my lovely goats, because the message for you is y'all are earth signs. So when a fire sign gets the Eight of Wands, they're like, whee! Like a fire sign will just lose everything. They'll just drop everything and just be like, whoosh. And then when a water sign gets the Eight of Wands, they're just like, and then the air sign gets the Eight of Wands and they're like, yay, this is fun. And then the earth sign gets the Eight of Wands and they're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, this is happening too fast. This is happening too fast. So Capricorn, don't apply the brakes. Your life is going to go from 0 to 100 miles an hour, and you need to try and go 150. I'm just joking. Just don't apply the brakes. Enjoy this acceleration and know it is okay. Aquarius moon, Aquarius rising. I am going to speak your card in your language. Alien. Now, for those who need translation, what I was saying is you have done all the work. Just be patient. Don't rush anything. You literally did everything you're supposed to do. This week, you're going to see the seeds you planted literally grow. Congratulations. Okay. Pisces moon, Pisces rising. Since Pisces are psychic, I'm just going to telepathically show you in your mind. You got me? Great. But for those who need like understanding, what I said to Pisces in telepathic messages, moderation and self-control. Okay. What's going to happen to you, Pisces, is you're just going to be tempted with everything you could ever want. And all you have to do is have moderation. Don't have 6 donuts. Have 2 donuts now, and then 2 donuts later. Now, Unless you're a savage like me who's going to eat 8 donuts now and maybe like 10 donuts later, even though my like appetite has been shot with these ascension symptoms, you have to have moderation, Pisces. Okay. And that's about it. There's balance coming into your life this week. Certain archangel is going to zap your life. And the card that I have for everybody on this wondrous night tonight is the Four of Pentacles. This is saying over the next 24 hours, or really just this week, whatever it is that you come into a rapid manifestation of or any assured material gain, save it. Hold on to it. Don't necessarily let go. You know, don't necessarily, you don't want to like attach to anything you don't need to attach to, but know that whatever comes in this week is special and it's something that you should keep in your life. You shouldn't necessarily take for granted. Other than that, thank you once again. Wow. And I'm going to pull the cards for the super chat right now. Let's do this. Thank you, guys. Y'all is awesome. Y'all is cute. Y'all is sweet. All right. What do we got here? Thank you guys so much for the donations. November is almost over. Can you believe that? TV come true. Are you guys excited and ready for dreams to come true? I think that's really the most amazing part of all this. Dreams are an ever expansive, constant state. So know that these dreams coming true are just a continuation of dreams that always come true. Because every day a dream comes true, but you're going to realize and be aware of these dreams. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think up of a good theme song. All right, let's do this. Olive, thank you very much for the donation. We have the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups is talking about you having to walk away from anything in your life that is not necessarily serving you. But I split it to this. So, Olive, this could mean someone walking towards you. Okay. And just know that connection you have, it is real. All right. Nicole White, I'm being followed by Blue Jays. Help me. We have the Page of Cups, which is saying these Blue Jays are still going to find you and you can't escape them. No, I'm joking. Page of Cups is saying there's a new emotional situation that's going to open up for you. This just split. So it's also talking about new intuitive superpowers opening up this week that you'll be able to learn how to kind of, it's like you're going to sense things more strong. So embrace that. Lilac Ocean 420. We have the 2 of Pentacles. The 2 of Pentacles is speaking of the more productive you stay, the more this money you have will manifest. And you really want to trust your intuition on the hunches of how to invest your money, okay? Farishta, thank you so much for the donation. we have the Chariot. The Chariot is speaking of great victory that you're going to sail and step into quite profoundly. And congratulations. Okay. Beck Star 2001. We have the Page of Wands. So the connection that you have with the younger Cancer, you're going to receive exciting news from this person that makes you very excited and will give you greater hope and exhilaration on what's occurring with the connection. Claire Smith. We have the Sun card.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road, back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant.
All right. Congratulations. This is talking about happiness and more happiness. And you're just going to be in a position to enjoy all this. Congratulations. Oh, that was amazing. All right. The Wicked 2K. The Wicked 2K. The card that we have for you is the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is talking about great celebration that you're going to be able to experience very profoundly. So find some friends that you could really enjoy all of this with, okay? Because it's definitely going to be profound, okay? Also, make sure that you really open up to more exciting ways of expressing your fun, because that's also gonna open up really dope for you too. Moon Bay, Moon Bay. The card that we have for you is the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is talking about altered states of consciousness and different shiftings and modes of mind that will facilitate this super conscious experience. The Seven of Cups honestly could be like a card of illusions and overactive imagination. But for you, I sense this is that energy needed to shift into that eighth sense, that extra dimensional sense. Astrodim 7. You don't know my name. No, you're not tripping, because we have the Lovers card. The Lovers card is saying whoever you're having that moment with is your soulmate. And they're not only your soulmate, they also have a mutual connection that they feel too. So things are still coming together, and Astro Dim 7, I can say, you'll be okay. I'm just joking. I won't do that, y'all. Miss Kiki, the card that I have for your overseas trip. I'm pulling out the card. The card that I have for your overseas trip is the Death card. At first, I got the Five of Swords too. So, I think you kind of making this decision could trigger something that might kind of die or fade away. So I would welcome this transformation instead of kind of seeing it as anything that might be bad at first. I think it's just something that's going to trigger. All right. So I would just keep that in mind. Michael Blandon and Marcy. We have the Hierophant. This is the marriage card. This is talking about kind of stepping into a more status quo tradition. What is the tradition of the union? That's going to be established, which is what makes it a marriage card. So definitely good developments there. White Saifu, we have the Knight of Cups. There's going to be some romance that definitely spices up your life this week, and it's going to open up a greater level of magic and spiritual energy as you're able to follow your heart or tap into your heart's energy. I'm here too. Diane Nolan. We have the Five of Swords, which is going to induce a clash of opinion so that you speak your truth, even if it means kind of going against established thought. All right. So when that showdown occurs, it's you might even just be an observer, but it's just talking about gaining some truth through that conflict. Shab Sheik, we have the Tower card. The Tower card is talking about it all falling down and anything in your life that isn't really founded on anything real is just gonna go to shambles. So it's just gonna keep things that you need in your life and take away the excess. Tara, we also have the Tower for you, but what the Tower card means for you is an instant actualization and realization of what you want. It's just going to be like lightning strike, and it kind of gives you a realization of what needs to be done simultaneously with things just kind of shifting in your favor because you kind of put in the work to put everything in place. Khalil Lewis, we have the Temperance card, and the Temperance card is speaking of great moderation being had in your life. The more self-control you exercise, and there's going to be great peace that comes through. Jenny Afan, we have the Hangman. So you want to be in a position to really surrender and let go and really just allow yourself to experience this initiation, as that's really more so what's occurring for you. You're initiating into the greater part of your supernatural consciousness. Heather, the card we have for you, thank you for your donation, is the Strength card. And the Strength card is speaking of harnessing and accessing your inner strength and courage. And you'll find yourself really growing through these trials. And it's going to open up so much more fun for you. Melissa, thank you for the donation. The card we have is the Magician. The Magician, if anything, is speaking of profound clarity, but also a manifestation of your intentions, which is really you not only stepping into what it is you've been wanting to, draw in from the realm of infinite potentiality, but it's just going to speak to a greater realization of the limitless nature of your mind. Stephanie Gwynn, the card we have for you is the Five of Swords. And yep. You see how that slid out? So the Five of Swords is you calling out someone who's being sneaky and trying to kind of spy on you. Somebody might be trying to steal your ideas, and I think you're going to call them out for it. Okay, Mercedes Brown, the card that we have for you is the Ace of Pentacles, which is talking about a manifestation of a new phase. Not really a project. I think it could be more a gift. But whatever you do kind of start, it's going to be really great capital for you moving forward. It's a really fresh beginning, a healthy beginning for you too. Margaret, we have the Fool card. Neptune's explosion over Philadelphia is a new wave of subconscious thought and being aware of the divine unions that people kind of share. So that's like their conscious marrying their subconscious. Nancy, the card let me get another one. The card we have for you is the Hierophant, which is speaking of legitimizing everything to make sure it's following the status quo. So it's in a position to kind of feed and work for itself. So, I mean, it's similar to the Justice. It's just making sure everything is done by the book. So your end of things is taken care of. El Jacko 2. What would be the best career path for me? We have the Seven of Pentacles. And what this means is over the next few months, kind of just wait. Instead of really deciding, you want to give yourself time to really do a bit more research. The best career path for you, I'm sensing, might be a path that hasn't necessarily developed yet. The demographic for it probably hasn't really like been a thing. So it's saying to don't be so, you want to kind of find a little bit more of yourself, and this will help answer the question. All right, what will this week bring me? We have the Temperance, so it's going to bring great balance and moderation, and you're going to find there's greater control over your life and more peace as a result. Sammy S. Guidance that speaks to my heart. The Wheel of Fortune is saying your luck is shifting, and you're going to be even more lucky than you are. So really express your heart and, expect a greater wave of fortune to really put things in place for you in exciting ways. Evangeline, ready to actualize being Hokage, a real one. We have the Ace of Pentacles, which to me, I feel actually speaks of a direct manifestation of your jutsu. Like this hand is coming out of nowhere. So it's like really seeing the seed sprout up, and it's like, yes, I have something to work with and build here. Katrina Brown. I like the attitude. The Seven of Pentacles is saying your faith is a seed and it just needs to grow. You need to water and nourish it with its belief, and it surely will grow. The Seven of Pentacles is a patience card, but it's a promise that it will grow if you allow it to grow. So definitely keep that faith alive. Quantum vibes. Loving you too. The card for the full moon we have is the King of Swords, which is going to be the completion of an idea for you. You're going to come into the full knowledge of something you've been working your mind around, and something that you'll also be able to gain great advice from. Gwendolyn, we have the Strength card. The Strength card is speaking of you really tapping into profoundly to your inner strength, and you're going to build off of strength that you didn't even know you have. So really know that you have all the power you need to get through what you're currently going through. Jules, we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is definitely speaking of great shifts in your own personal karma. And it's like you already have whatever you're working on going in your favor. There's going to be extra luck where there's unexpected, unforeseen events that are going to be beneficial for you. Blue Moon Rising. We have the Tower. So December, things are going to shift, and there's going to be upheaval that shakes everything around you. And it's not just going to happen to you. It's going to happen to everyone around you. So it's a major event. And we have the Star. So whatever happens, you're going to have renewal for. It's going to be something that's actually positive. So worry not. KB, card for soulmate expectations. We have the Tower. The Tower card can bring with it very, whirlwind romance that kind of brings things out of control. So, your soulmate is going to be like a tornado that comes through your life and just like, boom, like after, like your soulmate's not going to leave, let's not say, but this soulmate's going to come in your life and it's just going to be like, boom, 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 boom. And it's going to be like, whoa, what the hell? So just embrace it. They're supposed to do that kind of to help transform everything. Love Goddess. We have the Star. The Star is talking about your dreams coming true, and to keep the hope alive and to believe in your dreams, because you're going to really apply your talents in near godlike ways. Of course, you are a love goddess. So, primary feathers. We have the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is definitely speaking of love. Love, love, love. Love, true love. If you are with someone, it's saying that this love is true. If you are single, it's saying true love is here now for you. And it's who your heart was thinking about right now. Melissa Schubert, the card we have for you is also the Two of Cups. Do you have feelings for someone special? Because you're going to develop mutual feelings with someone who is truly a soulmate. You see, in this world, we want some fantasy twin flame divine partner, but what people really want is a soulmate. This is the one that we look for. Even though we have many kindred spirits and familiar souls, there's a soulmate that you'll be connecting with. Melissa Schubert. No. That one that I just did was for Melissa. I apologize. Sharon Andrea. We have the Lovers. So you should see him. The Lovers is talking about a choice to be made, but it's also speaking about I get a whole whirlwind romance thing here too, and the type of energy that can create a new child. So I would be mindful. Know that if you do, sparks will fly. Channel 27, Heidi Vandenberg. Thank you for the donation. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Do you have a new project? Do you have a new idea? Do you have something that you want to implement? It is a green light. And if you don't receive any capital to do so, you may already have some, and you want to move forward on really pushing with this next. I get the sense it's a project, but even if it's not, it's a healthy beginning that's going to really grow very well. Susie's a girl. Do I have a twin flame, a soulmate? We have the Judgment card. The Judgment card is talking about your twin flame, aka soulmate, is going to be revealed in a very grand way, but review and reevaluate your life, because this individual is going to awaken you. This person's going to really tap you into the next level of the higher purpose of your life. So yes, you do. You totally do. But this is someone who's going to completely transform your life. And you have to be willing to accept this greater energy. And you want to go this week, Sharon. Island Vibes 305. We have the Lovers card. So this is a lot of excitement. But once again, this is also like soulmate energy. This is talking about exciting in a connecting way. Connecting in an exciting way. All right. And I'm not sure what this has to do with early retirement, but this could be linked in a certain way. You never know. Obviously, it will have more to do about the flow of love, but I would take advantage of any opportunities to connect. How will this help my wishes I've been wishing lately? Danielle Love, we do have the Six of Wands, which is saying you're going to sail into great victory and achieve a powerful level of happiness. But the thing here is you're the one that's sailing into this. It's not, the cool thing about it is it's not like it just falls into your lap. It's really more so you kind of achieving victory and praise and admiration. But in the context of your wishes, it's a green light. It's a green light. So you just want to really be positive and know that you're walking into this. Okay. David Rosher, we have the Page of Cups, a new emotional situation that's going to kind of open up profound clarity on the next level of your life. So this could be a new intuitive ability awakening, but these are new feelings that will apply themselves very well. The chick P83 wants to know where my future husband at. We have the Nine of Wands. Looks like your future husband, it has some guards up. They're not necessarily letting anyone in their life because they don't want to get hurt. I get the sense. This is a Moon and Sagittarius card, though. So they're living well. Wow, I get a really distinct energy here. And with the Eight of Wands, I get the sense that you're going to really connect. If you haven't already connected with this person, whether you have or not, if they're closed off to you, don't take it personal. Life has taught them that, well, they kind of learned from life that they can't really trust close to anyone. So at first, they're going to be pretty skeptical of you. Your future husband's going to be like, I don't know about this lady. But then eventually you're going to touch this person's heart, and then they're going to be like putty in your hands. They're still going to have that hard exterior, but they're going to love you. Lucy's illustration. I got a trip in a few weeks. We got the Hangman. What to expect is nothing. This is actually saying, thank you, Maria Grigsby. This is saying you want to have no expectations moving in and just completely surrender to the trip and what occurs. And it'll be very transformative. Champion 5 stars. We have the Hangman for you as well, which is saying a little bit different of a message. There's an initiation of your consciousness you're undergoing, and this is going to incorporate subtly the change of your personality. So just kind of allow what changes to change. Parita Patel. We have the Five of Swords for you. So the Five of Swords is talking about a scattered mind on behalf of your part or someone else's, making it hard to communicate. There might be a miscommunication that comes up. So know that any argument that kind of erupts in itself or hatred, anyone who hates you, it's a misunderstanding. And it's because they're not really hearing you right. They don't know what you truly mean. Yvonne Jones, is it time to start house shopping? We have the Ten of Swords. This is a no card, but I'm getting the sense that thankfully we have the star here. So it could be saying, if you've been wondering whether to stay in the house, this could be saying, yes, it's time to go hard shopping. But I would say for now, you might want to wait until another month because something might happen to change your mind. Wait until Capricorn season once we move forward, and then you'll know for sure. Tiffany, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So there's going to be a stabilization, especially any cool friends. It's a Virgo card, but it is more or less talking of you gaining more reliability and dependability with the people you deal with. And look to a friend who you can count on this week that will help you with any stress. They definitely are here to help. Okay. Oh. Doo-doo. Annie, thank you for the donation. We have the Knight of Pentacles for you as well. The Knight of Pentacles is talking about a greater stabilization of your energy, as well as being in a position to appreciate those that are actually there for you in profound ways. And you know, you're gonna also come into more stability in what's going on and dependability once again. Italia Salinas. We have the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is having to deal with a disappointment. Something is not going to go the way you had hoped it would, and it's going to hurt you for a bit. But immediately after you get over it, we have the Four of Wands, which is saying something positive that happens that will completely take your mind and heart off. It's going to be so good you wouldn't even care about what was upsetting you. I mean, it'll still kind of hurt, but the happiness will outweigh the sadness. Funk Fairy. We have the Tower, complete upheaval. It's all going to come down. And it's all going to happen unexpectedly. And even though while you go through it, it's going to be so dramatic and crazy, it's going to lead to your happiness. So just embrace it. All right. Knowing it's all going to shift. Malika B, thank you for the donation. We have the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Wands is saying what you have to represent is so powerful and so potent, you can't back down now. And it's saying that despite all the threats, despite everything that who might be coming at you, just stand up for yourself, because you're going to gain the victory by not backing down, because people are going to assume you're going to back down, but by you standing up for yourself, you're going to put them in their place. Okay. Vicky Washington, the card that I have for you, thank you for the donation, is the Ten of Cups. There's someone that you may share a very spiritual connection with, that really will note the best relationship you've ever had. But it's also speaking of, very great bliss in your life and peace that's going to be very happy. Evanson Boys, the card that we have for you is the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is speaking of great planning over the next 3 years, or to 3 months, really, long-term planning that you're going to be able to establish and build exciting stuff to talk about and look forward to. So watch as your ships come in. Lisa Clay, we have the Emperor. So there's great order and control coming into your life. I see this as an influence that may take the reins, although this person may be rigid. So it's like their way or the highway. But nah, I get the sense this will be someone who's mature too. But great order and control that you'll really gain from advice or through this person or with this person. IMP, we have the Five of Pentacles. I feel like I have to do another one for you. IMP, we have the Lovers card, which is talking about complete bliss. The Ace of Cups came up too, so this could be with someone new. And it's definitely speaking of you having fun at a heart level and really just experiencing the fun parts of love and romance. So just kind of enjoy this. Don't worry so much about any long-term romance, just having fun with Bound Chicken Wow Wow. Mary Jane 1340. We have the Temperance card, which is inducing greater balance and clarity in your life. I like that you did 444 because that's an archangel number, and this is Archangel Michael. So it's talking about you really implementing a balance between your subconscious mind and conscious mind to incorporate a greater understanding of how to bring out your unique personal authenticity. Congratulations, greater balance will be established. Brianne Mendez, you're super psychic. We have the Five of Wands. This is talking about wading through challenge like a boss, and you're going to have a lot of drama and people wanting you to take things seriously, but just laugh at it. Just make light of it. Don't really take it too seriously. It's just people flexing their egos, none of which you have time for. David Rosher, the card we have for you is the Three of Wands, which is definitely speaking of you putting forth your long-term plans, and the Eight of Wands, the plans that you set forth, they're going to manifest like instantly. Okay, you're definitely going to be in a position where they move really, the stuff that you want to happen, you're going to see move swiftly. So definitely enjoy that. Karen Joe. Wait a minute. Okay, Karen Joe. The card that we have for you is the Four of Wands. Great celebration, great happiness. This is going to be really powerful, strong, amazing. You're going to find yourself celebrating all your accomplishments, or unless it's a party for someone else, the accomplishments you celebrate, they're going to be happy, and it feels long overdue. Well, yeah, you're just going to feel really happy. It's going to be awesome. Jessica Queen, we have the Nine of Cups. Oh, yeah. Your wishes is coming true. Not only are your wishes coming true, there's great satisfaction here for you. And it's going to be super amazing. So if you've been wanting to feel good, you're going to be feeling really good. Joy C, we have the Lover's card. It gets better. The Lover's card is talking about really connecting on a fun level with the soulmate, to where the mental and spiritual harmony is so cool. You feel comfortable with this person. You don't feel like any pressure or stress. Lilac Ocean 420 for King John's Taurus jokes. We have the Star card. The Star card is speaking of dreams coming true, but also keeping the hope alive. All right, so make sure you keep the hope alive so that you can definitely be inspired. Sabina Suryanaya, we have the Nine of Wands, which is saying you might be a bit too skeptical, or someone you're dealing with, I think, is a bit closed off. But the Star card is saying they're watching you shine, and even though you may not know it, someone who was a bit closed off on you is watching the star that you are, and it's gonna have them open up to you, all right, as your dreams come true. Aaron Orion, the card that I have for you is the Ace of Pentacles. So this is speaking of profound doors opening to increase your level of financial abundance and enjoy this healthy new beginning, because it's going to be amazing. Unique Heartbeat 93, we do have the Tower, and the Tower card is speaking of certain things that are not really based on truth in your life being exposed. So things are going to kind of like shake up, but that's only so that someone who's been lying to you will be exposed. So just kind of embrace it for a small moment. TT, the card we have for you is the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is talking about deep soulmate love and romance with someone who you are deeply in love with and is mutually in love with you too. So embrace that. Have fun with that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another fun weekly astrology horoscope. And enjoy as you realize some of your greatest dreams this week. Until next time, peace.